In this video, I'm going to talk about how to find the area of parallelograms. And here I've drawn a parallelogram and I've divided it into two different sections and colored them different colors. And what we're going to do is actually reconstruct this parallelogram. So what I'm going to do is move this red area over here to the end. So let me take a moment to do that. And now that I've put them together, you can see that they actually form a rectangle. So what we can do with any parallelogram is actually just draw a line and then take one end and put it to the other so that it creates a rectangle. And we already know that the formula to find the area of a rectangle is, and I'll write it over here, area equals the base times the height, right? So in this case, the base is 9 and the height is 4. So all we need to do is just plug in these values, right? So area is equal to 9 times 4, and that is 36, and that's inches squared. So the formula to find the area of a parallelogram is simply just the base times the height. And now we can take a look at this example to help us see how to find the area of a parallelogram. So here in this example, the height in this case is 12 feet and the base length is 8 feet. So we already know the formula because of the examples, because you can imagine we could take this section right here and put it at the end, and this would create a rectangle. So what we're going to do is just use the formula we were given earlier, which is the area of a parallelogram is just equal to the base times the height. And we can just plug in our values and then solve from there. So the area is equal to our base is 8, so 8 times our height is 12. Let's see, 8 times 12 is 96. And we're talking in feet here, so this is feet squared since we're two-dimensional. And that is our area, so pretty straightforward. And now I've drawn another example, but you'll notice this one is a little different. This time the height is not straight up and down. The height is actually between these other set of parallel lines. So I drew this to show you that it doesn't matter which set of lines the height is going from, the answer is still going to be the same. You just need to take the height and then the length of the side of one of the parallel lines. So we will just write the formula again. The area is equal to the base times the height. We will just substitute our values. So area is equal to, let's see, we want to find the base, and in this case the base is 2 centimeters, so we'll write 2 and then times the height, which in this case is 3 centimeters, so times 3. So the area of this parallelogram is 6, right, because 2 times 3 is 6 centimeters squared. 6 centimeters squared. And let's look at one more example like this. So let's just remember the formula again, which is area is equal to the base times the height. And we're just going to, well, let me write this h, and we are just going to try to substitute the values, right? So in this case, the base is 11 units, right? The base is 11 units. So area is equal to 11. And the height in this case is equal to 9, right? Is equal to 9. So times 9. So the area is equal to 11 times 9 is 99 units squared, or square units, either way. So we'll try units squared. And now I've drawn us a little bit of a different problem. So now we are already given the area and the base length. So now we are going to try to find the height. So let's take our formula again, which is, I'll rewrite this. Sorry, I'll write it up here. The area is equal to the base times the height. And we're just going to plug in the values like we have in the previous examples. But this time we know the area, so this is going to be 28 is equal to the base, which is 7, and then times the height, which we don't know. So I'll leave this at h. And now we're multiplying 7 by something to get to 28. So we just need to think to ourselves, what number can we multiply 7 by to get to 28? And the correct answer here would be 4, right? So the height, I'll write this, the height is equal to 24 meters. 24, sorry, not 24. The height is equal to 4 meters. Sorry. Now we are told that a parking lot is constructed in the shape of a parallelogram as shown below. So here's the parking lot. And then we want to find the area of the parking lot. Well, we just need to find the area of this parallelogram, and you already know how to do that. The formula to do this is the area is equal to the base times the height, right? So we want to find the base and the height in this example. And we'll notice we actually have three values, but we need to understand that 140 here, the length of this slanted line, right, does not matter, because 120 is the height here, because it's going straight up and down between the base that we're trying to find the area of, right? 200, which is the base, and then we want to find the height between this base and the base that is parallel to it, which is 120 feet up and down. So to find the area, we are going to take 120 times 200. And we could do that multiplication, but we can just realize that 120 times 200 is the same thing as 120 times 2 with 2 zeros added on. So this will be what? This will be then 2 more zeros, right? So our answer here is 24,000 square feet. And I want to emphasize that the length, of this slanted line is not the height. The height is the distance from parallel lines, and this is not a parallel line. So the height here is not 140, it is 120. So our area is 24,000 square feet, and we are done.